Hello and welcome to another cast of Phobos StarCraft. Right now I have another special treat for you. Something that you might not see every day anymore, but it is going to come back, I'm pretty sure. It is going to be a Terran versus Terran matchup. Now, you don't see that every day anymore, but this is, I believe, a ladder game. I got it sent to me. And, well, let's introduce our players that we will be seeing today. Spawning in the top left hand corner as the red Terran player, playing for Cascade 1-bet. It is Complain. From a reliable source, I did get the information that the blue Terran that has spawned in the bottom right hand corner as the barcode is the one and only Benjamin Baker, EG.DeMusliM. Now, both are exceptionally good Terran players, but let's see what this matchup has to offer us. The map is going to be King Sejong Station. Did cast it quite a few times before already, and definitely very interesting. And immediately, the Muslim is going to go for a very nice opening, going for that refinery first, so he will be able to go straight into a factory once that barracks is done. He's gonna have exactly 100 gas at that point if he starts mining with it, with 3 of those SCVs, which he of course will do because this is the Muslim. He doesn't make those mistakes. I do, but he doesn't. On the other side of the map, Complain did open up with the barracks first, going for the refinery after that, so he might open up with a Reaper or still go for the Marines and still get a relatively fast factory out. But let's see what he really wants to go for. Looks like he wants to go straight for a reactor before any units whatsoever, spending that first gas on that add-on so he can pump out those Marines 2 at a time. And I don't think that he's going to go for Reapers on the back of this. I would be very much surprised if he would. Going for a factory, teching up a little bit is going to be a much better choice usually. But for both players, the orbital command is going to be done, getting that extra income, of course, from those mules. So let's see who is going to be able to come out on top. The Muslim, of course, starting that factory immediately after the barracks is done. And from the barracks, he is getting those Marines out just for the early defense. But and look at that, Complain actually going to go for double Reaper opening. Now that is pretty unexpected because it will hit a little bit later. But on the side of the Muslim, there are going to be only 2 Marines out right now. There's going to be a third one, and of course a Hellion going to come out. And the Hellion is going to be a very weird unit to fight against with your Reapers, because Reapers are a light unit and the Hellion will do the bonus damage against this. But also the starport already on the way, so we might try and elevator up those Hellions inside the base of Complain and trying to get the damage done. And the first 2 Reapers will be making their way across the map. The Marines are ready to intercept them the moment that they jump up. And of course 1 Reaper will beat 1 Marine. But if both Marines are starting to fire on top of 1 Reaper, it's going to be a whole lot more difficult. And of course the Marines will be starting to fire quite a bit sooner. 1 Reaper being microed back, he will remain alive, and he did pick off 1 of the Marines, but the Hellion did turn around. He wants to find those Reapers. He doesn't want to let them regenerate that health, and he's starting to chase them down. But the mobility from the Reaper just a little bit higher, but they are trapped here. But 2 Reapers will still be able to take out a Hellion. They are very nicely lined up, so finally the Muslim will be able to clean them up for free, and that was a very big investment for Complain that did not pay off. Complain did not even get a scout off his opponent. He did not see a single building. All he knows is that there is a factory out, of course, otherwise you cannot build those Hellions. But other than that, he does not know anything. But 3 Hellions, 1 of them very much injured already. 1 Marine shot will finish it off. The orbital command for Complain is going to be done. There's going to be the Marine drop. The command center has to be evacuated immediately because the Marines will get their damage done. 1 Hellion falling immediately. The second one going down right now too. And there is going to be splash damage for Complain, which there is not for the Muslim right now. But both do have their... Well, Complain has his expansion quite a bit sooner, so he has a period of time where he does enjoy the income from double mules before DeMusliM. But I would say that DeMusliM is looking pretty scary right now. I don't think that he can commit to any pushes right here, right now, because he is going to trade away his army. Oh, those Hellions will be doing a lot of splash damage. Is DeMusliM going to pull through? Yes, he is. 3 Marines and 1 Hellion remain alive. The SCVs have to get evacuated right now. Viking did land and another Hellion did pop to try and chase this out of here. And of course, this time Complain's Hellion will do quite a bit of damage too. And finally, those SCVs of Complain can start mining. In the course of all of this, 1 SCV was picked up, but that is all that has been lost. Resource loss tab still pretty much equal. Complain just having the advantage of having 2 extra workers at this point. But now, also, DeMusliM will be getting his own orbital command up and running. Both have the Viking out, going for a little bit of air dominance. And DeMusliM getting those extra barracks. He has a siege tanks for the early defense. So there's no way the Complain is going to break him anytime soon. But he's sending those Vikings forward. Vikings, it's always nice to see what Vikings can pick off. And if there's an undefended mineral line, they of course can just land and shoot behind those mineral lines. Not something that you see every day, but still a move that is very powerful. Now, we also see Bio play from Complain. Bio tank it looks like. And that is exactly what we see from our big friend DeMusliM here too. He has 2 tanks and once again he wants to move out. But those Vikings did in fact land, picking off 2 SCVs, building the barracks right now. That's already very annoying. And 2 Vikings will still be able to pick off one of them, but the extra Vikings from DeMusliM will be chasing those down. And well, actually that first Viking was actually remaining alive. So 2 SCVs for 2 Vikings, I don't quite know if that is going to be worth it. But the production is going to be up and running for both these players. The barracks are finishing up. Complain starting 2 extra barracks back at home at his natural base. And he will be able to get into position. Very nice siege tank placement. It's going to be very annoying for those Marines to get there. But on King Sejong Station, there's this little area that is going to be very annoying that DeMusliM wants to exploit, it looks like. He has the air dominance, so he will be able to get vision from that. And if he gets a siege tank right there, he will be able to siege a little bit of that mineral line, of course. Now, Complain did load everything up into medevacs. He wants to go for a drop inside the main base, so he doesn't have a whole lot here to defend. Also, of course, Marines are not going to be in position anytime soon. And a Banshee is not going to do anything with the Vikings here in position. So, a lot of the mineral line is already gutted. But a double siege tank drop with a bunch of Marines inside the main base. That is very painful. These are tech labs that are upgrading combat shields and Stimpack right there. Those tanks are getting volleys off. The SCVs are going to clean this up eventually. But the healing power from the medevac still very annoying to get rid of the last Marine. And actually the friendly splash damage will be able to clean that last Marine up from Complain. But at the same time, the Vikings still giving that high ground vision. 2 supply depots or a refinery were already picked off. But how many workers did DeMusliM lose? He lost 20 workers back at home. Complain still has the economic edge in that sense, but he still has no answer against these Marines and the siege tanks. The Marines are working on those rocks. The Vikings landing will make sure that there's no mining from that natural base at this point in time. And it looks like Complain just wants to go for the counterattack. A quadruple medevac drop is going to head towards the natural base. There is a siege tank here to greet them. And that is already going to do a whole lot of initial damage. He's dropping inside that mineral line. The siege tanks from Complain are sieging up right now. This is still going to be very close. Can go either way. But 1 siege tank from Complain is going to keep it a little bit safe too. The Vikings were also picked off. But the natural base has already been gutted. And Complain is moving into that main base. He has taken a 24 supply lead at this point. Siege tank from DeMusliM is sieging up. It's nicely tucked away behind the behind the Marines. But Complain did focus fire that down, so no more splash damage from DeMusliM. And it looks like Complain is going to take this, because Complain is on the production facilities of DeMusliM. The factory is going to go down. Behind the tech labs and barracks are going to fall. And there's no way for DeMusliM to move forward here. There are 2 tanks here to defend the push. So no way that DeMusliM can come any closer. He even has a Sejong on the high ground, killing off the Marines. And while this is all going on, Complain is ransacking that main base. No more income right now for DeMusliM. And there's going to be the GG. Complain takes the win. And DeMusliM, he had a very strong attack right here. But the counter-attack from Complain, it was a huge risk, but it did pay off for him. So another great game at TVT. And it was definitely a treat. But we will see this, I expect, quite a bit more in the next few weeks when the new meta is going to come out. But thank you all for watching. Please hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. And I'll see you next time at Phobos StarCraft.